Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into Gentherm's latest 10K filing. I know financial reports aren't exactly beach reading, but hey, at least this one doesn't have a pop quiz at the end, or does it? Only one way to find out. Let's start with the basics. Gentherm, in a nutshell, makes things that keep you comfy. Think heated seats in your car or temperature-controlled blankets in hospitals. Their annual report is like a year-end review, telling us how they did, what they're planning, and what could go wrong. Now remember that a lot of what's in this report is forward-looking, meaning it's based on what Gentherm thinks will happen, but as they themselves point out, things can change. So keep that in mind as we go through this. Gentherm's main business is making fancy climate control and comfort systems for cars. They're the top dog in that market. They also make medical devices that manage patient temperatures, so they have two big areas where they are doing business. For financial reporting, they split into automotive and medical. The report talks about how they are in line with some big trends in the car world. People want more comfort in their cars, so Gentherm is selling more heated and cooled seats. Also, their stuff can make cars more energy efficient, which is very important for electric vehicles. They have a four-pillar business strategy to focus on talent, technology leadership, growth, and financial performance to improve health, wellness, comfort, and energy efficiency. They're spending money on research and development. All of this includes some cool technologies in core thermal management and pneumatic comfort. Their Climate Sense system, a system that personalizes the temperature for each passenger, just launched in Cadillac vehicles. They also have Comfort Scale, a new seat product. So they seem to have technology coming out of the woodwork. Seat heaters and coolers accounted for over half of their total product revenue. So while new tech is cool, that's how they are making their money. Their two biggest customers, Lear and Adient, make up over a quarter of their sales. They do rely on these companies quite a bit, so that is something to keep in mind. The top customers are GM, Volkswagen, and Hyundai, so they have diversity, but still could be impacted by the auto industry slowing down. You can find even more details about Gentherm in their proxy statement, which is what companies use to ask shareholders how they want to vote on company matters. This is all available in their annual report. On to item 1A, which is risk factors. Basically, what could go wrong? Competition is fierce and lots of companies are trying to steal their lunch. Some car companies are even trying to make their own comfort systems. They are having trouble finding and keeping good workers, and it's getting more expensive to pay them. Launching new products is really hard, and if they mess it up, customers could go to a competitor. They're spending a lot on new programs with the EV shift, but aren't seeing returns. The auto industry is changing fast, especially with electric vehicles. If Gentherm doesn't keep up, they're going to be left behind. Car sales are cyclical, meaning they go up and down with the economy. If people stop buying cars, Gentherm sells less stuff. Global conditions can also have a big effect. For example, the conflict in Ukraine might affect their Ukraine factory. The automotive industry is having issues with getting parts and materials, which disrupts Gentherm's operations. Shortages are a problem because there are just-in-time deliveries. Everything is getting more expensive, from transportation to labor and more, which is eating into their profits. Customers want lower prices every year, so Gentherm has to find ways to cut costs. Cybersecurity is a big deal. A data breach could really mess things up. Operating outside the US can be challenging with different laws, cultures, and sometimes even violence or political issues, and their facilities in Mexico, China, Ukraine are exposed to heightened degrees of uncertainty. Gentherm is starting to use AI, but if it doesn't go well, that could hurt the company. Trade policy like tariffs is also a big unknown that could impact them. The US has also enacted additional or enhanced tariffs that are restrictive on trade. The medical part of their business is heavily regulated, which means more costs and potential problems. Tax laws change, and that could cost them money. They are expecting a EU tax change next year. They may not be able to use all of their tax breaks, which would also hurt their bottom line. They have a good amount of debt, so they are shackled by their agreements and what they need to pay each year. The stock price could be up, it could be down, and that stock price has been volatile due to industry pressures and other issues. And Item 1C talks about cybersecurity, which is very important. The company states they have various information security processes in place and a multidisciplinary team dedicated to finding and mitigating risk. But for the moment, there have been no risks and incidents that are reasonably like to have a material effect on the company, so it is good they are staying on top of it. Most of the manufacturing happens outside the US in places like Mexico and China. There aren't any major lawsuits happening right now. Now we get to the main part where the company discusses the numbers. A decrease in automotive light vehicle production can adversely affect our business results of operations and cash flow. If they don't hold a competitive edge with other markets, they may have problems with sales in the future. The Russia-Ukraine conflict may lead to market disruptions, interruptions in the supply chain, increased costs, and reduced availability of labor, materials, and components. So they are working around the conflict as best they can. Conflicts in the Middle East and tensions in the Red Sea are also causing increased working capital needs and shipping delays. These factors have continued to decrease profitability. They launched the program to execute their long-term growth strategy, realign and resize their production capacity and cost structure, lower our cost base, improve our financial performance and cash flow generation, and create a simplified organization best positioned to deliver. All of these cuts may not be as helpful as they think. The effectiveness of our information security program and to prioritize efforts to improve our security measures and planning. We have an incident response process that relies on a multidisciplinary team for assessing and managing cybersecurity incidents. If people don't like the stock repurchases, then the stock price may decline and they could be in trouble. The flexible design provides the ability to be foam and seat agnostic and can run across all OEMs and seat tier 1 sites. Sense is a software-defined consumer experience that delivers customized in-cabin comfort sensations that promote wellness and well-being. It's based on science-based physiology research as the foundation for proprietary software that orchestrates heating, cooling, lumbar, and massage comfort effectors. Their climate-controlled seats or CCS products are a big part of what they sell, so they are expanding their product range, which has allowed their customers to purchase climate-controlled products at different prices. Their cell connecting technology product provides secure connections between advanced automotive batteries to transmit information about battery temperature and cell voltage during the charging and discharging process to monitor battery system performance. Gentherm has deep expertise in valve management and the systems it provides with intelligent solutions for applications in engine systems, brake systems, and fuel management. These also feature SMA technology. Their global manufacturing and distribution facilities are located close to their key customers in low-cost regions. They are continuing to optimize their manufacturing facilities with new plants in Morocco and China. The company makes strategic decisions to reduce low-value patents and patents unrelated to current or planned business strategies, while still increasing patent use in line with the company's current and planned business strategies. At Gentherm, they are focused on safety culture, which has become a core strength. Their Vision Zero strategy helped us achieve significant progress in reducing accidents across our sites. There are various global laws and regulations that prohibit or restrict the selection and use of certain chemicals for product development and manufacturing and potentially impact an automobile. Manufacturers' responsibility for vehicle components at the end of a vehicle's life. They were repurchasing stock to try and return value to their investors with a 3-year window. The price of their common stock on the Nasdaq Global Select Market has experienced substantial price volatility and may continue to do so in the future. One of the biggest risk factors for Gentherm is growth from new business development. This is a good thing because it shows intent to look towards the future. Now, looking at all this information, it looks like Gentherm is in a pretty interesting position. They're a leader in a niche market that's only going to get bigger as cars become more about comfort and efficiency. The bad side is that they also are facing issues, since the business is reliant on a few customers and the entire market could suffer if sales drop due to conflict, the economy, and competition. But Gentherm knows where to put their assets, how to protect themselves against cyber attacks, and how to pay everyone back with money to spare, which makes for great stock growth in the future. Valuing this company is difficult, but here's my take. Its public float is $1,519,329,529. So we may be looking at a good range. If the company is able to take advantage of these risks, they are in a good spot. The long-term upside is positive, and I recommend between $45 and $50. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.